Welcome back here on the Senior Network. Joe, we were talking about, as I walked in today, I have to say, I noticed a lot of changes and nice renovations here. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, after Hurricane Matthew, we were able to take advantage of some of the good things from that.
Right.
And since it pretty much took care of all of our signage and a lot of our landscaping, we had the opportunity to really turn things around. And I think now we have probably as nice a place that you could ever find.
Right.
Both
Gorgeous.
from an entry and from a ground standpoint. Of course, we know Cypress is and Tide Point actually are very nicely landscaped.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
to a T.
Yeah.
And it's made a big impression. And we've done a number of things inside in the Seabrook house here. And you can tell when people have come here before and now come in and go, wow, they have really done some nice things here.
Really
So it's great to hear that, and of course it just makes the place more attractive and really something that I think is very special.
Well, it says a lot for you, and I know the Cypress is the same way. You guys, you invest back into your property a lot.
Sure. Yeah, you have to.
Improvements all the
Yeah,
time.
and also as you know,
We got to try to keep up with them. You
Back
know?
and forth, right?
yeah, we've set
Who's
the
doing
bar
what?
so high, but also too, you know, our future residents, our future members, they're changing and their interests are changing, and you're always trying to keep up with what they want and what their interests are, and yeah. So the Cypress too, our clubhouse just went through a big renovation
exactly.
as well. You know, new floor treatments
Sure.
and paint and new wall coverings. It was
Yeah.
just lovely.
Well, back on the last segment, I think it's very important for the viewers to know too, that are wanting to reach out and get information from you guys. You talk about the holidays this time of year, really people coming together and having those conversations, and sometimes difficult conversations about what are things going to look like 5-10 years down the road. When you get those calls, Becky, are you the person that meets with a family originally?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about that process.
Well, you know, of course, there'll be initial contact, whether through a website or an initial phone call to our offices, and you know, we first sit down and we try to get to know each other.
Yeah.
Trying to find out what their likes, their dislikes, what size home they're coming from. You know, how many bedrooms? Do they have a special room that's used for an office or a hobby room? So you get to find out their likes and their dislikes, and then we kind of narrow that down to, okay, what would be an appropriate size accommodation from someone moving from a 3,000 square foot home on Hilton Head
Sure.
to the Cypress. And also, we also fold into what Joe was saying, financial, what can they afford, of course. And I also look at age and physical abilities. Someone who's 70 looking at the Cypress, moving from a 3,000 square foot home, I might recommend a cottage.
Yeah.
Whereas someone who's in their mid 80s, selling a 3,000 square foot home, I might recommend a large apartment or villa, which villa is an apartment style living. So yeah, and I think I could speak with Joe, we never want to cookie cutter everyone and say, oh, you fit into this category and you fit into that category. Everyone has different types of needs.
Yeah, well, it's nice to have some options. You've got different types of properties that people can choose from. In our case, they're all condominiums, but they're different sizes. So it does give you some...
and also different financial options too, because I think they have the rental...
entry fee contract product as well as a true buy-in product.
Oh, you do?
product.
I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
well, right.
So they offer, and where the Cypress is complete
you're
equity
buying.
ownership.
I got you.
Correct.
And so, Joe, I'm assuming we talked to Becky. You kind of do that same process, correct? When a family reaches out.
Yes.
That's your role too.
Yes, absolutely. It's really good when you have the children actually play a role in what's going on, and it can backfire on you as well. But at the same time, I think for the most part, in all the years that I've been here, the experience is much better for the resident, the new resident, with their children's kind of stamp of approval.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just being involved with the whole process.
Because moving is hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
hard
know.
for anyone, and,
Right.
and I know, and at the and so if you have the children's help with that move, and at the Cypress we actually help in moving with we have coastal coordinators that will help pack or unpack, and we pay for about 10 hours of that. We realize the burden.
Is that where we got the
move-
10 hours too?
I think so.
I think I copied you on
Yeah,
that.
that's all right. That's all right.
funny.
Well, I mean, we're all sending the same
yeah.
message. We know it's hard to move. We're here to help.
Yeah.
We truly believe in the continuum of care. Please do it sooner rather than later. Don't
Right.
wait till you need it, because then it's too late. And if we need to give you 10 hours of helping you pack or unpack, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, you know, and Joe, here at the Seabrook, you'd mentioned the condos, and I've seen a few of those. Give us an idea of the approximate size of different sizes. Correct?
We'll range from a one-bedroom, 700 square feet. I mean, it's got a full kitchen.
Right.
Up to a large two-bedroom, which is about 1,450 square feet.
Good size.
Yeah.
And that might have a den and a couple of two bedrooms and a den, or just a large living room and two bedrooms.
Great.
So it's I think it's much more than what you would find in an assisted living
Correct.
setting.
Right, yeah.
And so from an independent standpoint, it works very well.
And all the condos, is it all independent living?
Yes.
Okay. And then the Fraser Center's that's a
Fraser
skilled
is
nursing, correct?
our skilled nursing facility, as
Okay.
the Preston is for Cypress.
Right, exactly.
And it's funny, we're very similar in the sense that when you come to the assisted living component of the continuing care, it's all done through our home health and wellness departments.
Gotcha. Very good information. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. That's all the time we've got, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Thank you,
happy
Becky.
holidays.
You too. Thank
Happy
you,
New
Joe.
Year.
Appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
See you, friend.
Yep.
Please take a moment, if you will, email us any comments and questions you may have, and thank you for joining us here on the Senior Network, where senior care experts come together. We'll see you next time.